I could take a break from this world.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Deltavier Robertson and I am working on my August paycheck number 1 budget. This is going to be from August 6th through the 19th. And I guess first I will start with my sinking funds and kind of where I am for the beginning of the month. So this is my setup. I am in my budget journal. And these are all of my sinking funds. The one with the asterisk is a new sinking fund. I mentioned that in my last video. And it's also a joint sinking fund, meaning that it is a sinking fund that I contribute along with my husband. We're starting at 0. The other joint sinking funds are going to be vacation and baby sinking funds. And the rest of the sinking funds are all my personal sinking funds. All of these are online except for my electronic sinking fund. That one I do keep in cash just because Ally, where I have my sinking funds, only allows 10 sinking funds at this time. So I had to make a decision and I decided this one can be in cash. It's fine. As you remember from my July closeout, I basically just rolled over those numbers here. And then we'll get into my paycheck breakdown for my sinking funds. But I just wanted to kind of show you what that looks like for the month of August. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what I am projecting, or actually what I'm basically getting paid for August, because this mostly has already happened. Okay, so for my salary, so this is basically my last paycheck where you'll see unemployment and where you'll see kind of a reduced salary amount. So that amount, the reduced amount, is going to be about $1,220.41. Another new thing that happened this paycheck is I have a side job. So last year, I was an independent contractor for an organization, and I got to do some work that's in line with my field. And I kind of stopped doing that to kind of take a break and take care of myself. And an opportunity came back up to rejoin, and I took advantage of that because I'm focused now on saving and paying off my debt, and I'm in a better position, I think, mentally and physically to be able to take on those additional hours. So I'll be doing some side work in addition to my full-time job. This money is from last month. It's from July when I first started. So I am projecting $220. And this is income for the side job. If you work as a contractor, typically you'll get paid on a monthly basis. So this is for the month of July, but I'm receiving it in August. And then other income that I am expecting. So it's going to be my unemployment, which is, I'll actually calculate that with you. So I get $72 from my state a week. So that's times 2, plus $600 a week from the CARES Act additional money. So that's $1,200. So that's $1,344. In addition to that, I am transferring from a sinking fund to cover my mom's insurance, and I'm expecting that to be about $134. So in total, I'm gonna say my other income is $1,478 for this paycheck. When I add all of this up, that gives me about $2,918.41. It's going to be really interesting next paycheck to go back to my usual pay. It's going to be lower because the additional $600 definitely was a nice boost to my budget, and I was able to put a lot of money towards my debt. Moving forward, we'll see how that goes, if I'm able to get a lot of hours with my side job to kind of make up for the difference. Either way, I'm grateful, and I, just happy to have a job, to be honest. So moving on to my fixed expenses. So Epidemic Sound, that's kind of a new subscription, and that's going to be about $15. Northwestern Mutual, this is life insurance and I think short-term disability insurance. It's life insurance for myself and my husband. And we are paying, I want to say it's about $114. Microsoft Office is $6.99. Apple Storage, I upgraded to $2.99, although I'm thinking about canceling that. We'll see. Consumers Energy, that's our gas, and that's $14 typically. Prosper, that is a personal loan. It's my last personal loan that I'm paying, and that's usually around $119. It's like $118 and some change. Pet Plan, that is pet insurance. It's about $20. ADC, that's another, another debt, and that's about $195 every 2 weeks. My cell phone bill, and this is like my minimum payment. It's not really my true minimum payment because I think right now my minimum payment is around $70, but you know, I was paying $115 for the longest time, so I just stuck with that as like my minimum payment. And then I said my mom's insurance, so this totals $792.98. Just gonna double check that because it's just a good practice to check your math. I also do a budget in my Excel or in an Excel spreadsheet. I know a lot of people have budget methods, different budget methods, and that also helps me to kind of double check myself. But just for the purpose of this video, I want you all to see me crunch the numbers. Okay, so those are my bills or my fixed expenses. Now we're talking about my variable expenses down here. And Acorns, that's just investment. I brought that down to about $10. However, sometimes, you know, if the spirit moves me, I'll throw some more money towards my Acorns account, but it's not, again, it's not my priority at this time. Giving/donations. So I am definitely giving 25, and I think I might give to my brother about 37, so that's going to be about 62. And then savings, I think savings I put 302, just the way the math works out. So with my savings, I have an automated savings that's just a small amount of $10, and then I also manually transfer to my savings as well because I want to save and pay off debt at the same time. It's just what, it's just what I'm comfortable with. So I don't want to just throw all of my money on my debt, especially during these challenging times. Okay, husband's gift. So my husband's birthday is this month and I need to get him a gift. I already have something in mind, so I'm budgeting about $200 for that. Grocery/household, I'm budgeting $175. Dates, eating out, I bumped that up to $100. I think I mentioned that I was going to try to increase that because we were having some issues. I don't want to say issues, but you know, we were having a hard time staying within our budget, and most of the time it's because we 100% of this, almost 100% of the time, we have our groceries delivered and we have our food delivered if we decide to eat out or order from a restaurant, where it's not like we're going to pick it up. So we're paying delivery and tip every time, and so that does add up. And we do tip generously because people are risking their lives out here delivering food, and you know, it's just a convenience that we pay for, and we're okay with paying for it. So that's why it may be a little bit higher for us, but we're gonna keep trying to, you know, keep this under control as much as possible. Fun personal, that's about 30, and then my sinking funds, I'm actually doing $586 for that. And let's go over here real quick and let me just add up the sinking funds just to make sure I got that number correct. So this is the breakdown. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Plus 336. Yeah, so it is $586, so I got that correct. So that's what I'm putting in my sinking funds. And as you can see, most of that is for taxes because I do want to make sure I'm paying Uncle Sam. I do not want those problems next year. My debt snowball, right now I'm going to estimate it at $600, but I do like to you know, try to go above that as much as I can. So if I have savings anywhere else, or if I come into extra money, I will probably throw that on my debt snowball. But for right now, we're going to say 600. And because I want a zero-based budget, what I'm going to do is going to take my total income, my projected income, and I'm going to subtract my current expenses, and then whatever is remaining is going to be considered my buffer. So I'm going to go ahead and crunch these numbers, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that leaves me with about a $60 buffer, which is perfectly fine. So this should total, when you add up everything, it should be a zero-based budget. So let me go ahead and get this total by just subtracting out this. So that means that this should total $2,125.43. And I'm just going to double check again because it's a good practice to just double check your numbers. We are human and we do make mistakes. Let me know if you also have some sort of electronic budget or electronic method for budgeting, whether it's an app like Every Dollar, or you need a budget, or if you use Google Spreadsheets or Microsoft Excel, because you know, I think that's a great tool, another great way to do your budget. So whatever works for you. So as you can see, that does come to this total, and that is a zero-based budget. So that is my budget for my August paycheck number 1. One thing I did want to say, I call paycheck number 1 basically the first paycheck in that month. I know it's kind of confusing because technically my July paycheck number 2 covered the first 5 days in August, but I don't look at it based on the bills that it pays. I look at it based on the month that I'm paid in. So that's why this is considered an August paycheck number 1. And that's basically it. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you real soon in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.
Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna